Let's begin at the end. One day you will wake up on your birthday and feel nothing. Not a hollow nothing, not a sad nothing. Just a steady, quiet, unremarkable morning. You'll make your coffee, you'll check your emails, and you'll walk past the mirror without feeling like a different person than you were 24 hours ago. But then, the notifications start. The vibrant, happy birthday texts, the cake emojis from people you haven't spoken to in months, the digital noise that tells you today is supposed to be a milestone. And that's when the mental itch begins. You start to ask yourself, why don't I feel special? Is there something broken in my ability to celebrate? If you are someone who treats your birthday like just another Tuesday, you've probably been called cynical, detached, or even depressed. But psychology suggests something much more fascinating. You aren't lacking depth, you've simply stopped outsourcing your meaning to a calendar. Today, we're going into the quiet strength of the uncelebrated day. We're exploring why highly independent people use normalcy as a shield and what your brain is actually doing when it refuses to blow out the candles. Psychologically, birthdays are not parties, they are mirrors. They reflect how you feel about being alive, how you relate to attention, and how comfortable you are with being truly seen. For many, the transition into treating a birthday as a normal day is a masterpiece of emotional regulation. Think back to childhood. For a child, a birthday is a peak emotional event. The anticipation is a massive dopamine spike. But life eventually teaches us that peaks are followed by valleys. If you expect a magic day and it turns out to be mediocre, the emotional crash is significant. The independent mind performs a software update. It learns to lower the bar of expectation to protect the internal peace. By deciding that today is just a normal day, you are effectively taking the remote control of your happiness back from the hands of the world. You are saying, my stability is worth more than a 24-hour spike in dopamine. There is a specific profile for the normal day person. Usually they are the givers, the responsible ones. The friends who remember everyone else's milestones but feel a strange, itchy discomfort when the spotlight turns on them. In Jungian psychology, we talk about the shadow. For the fiercely independent person, the shadow isn't something dark or evil. It's the hidden desire to be cared for. Because your identity is built on being the one who handles it, the act of receiving feels like a threat to your autonomy. Receiving a gift or a party requires you to be vulnerable. It requires you to be witnessed. If you grew up in an environment where visibility came with strings attached, where being noticed meant being judged or given more responsibility, your brain now associates the spotlight with stress. Treating the day normally is your way of staying safe in the shadows of self-reliance. While the world thinks you're being boring, your brain is actually performing an existential audit. This is what psychologists call temporal self-awareness. On a birthday, your mind involuntarily measures the gap between the expected self and the actual self. Where did I think I'd be by 30? Who did I want to become? For a highly reflective person, this audit is loud, it's heavy. Sometimes we treat the day as normal because we aren't ready to face the audit yet. We don't want the cake and the singing to distract us from the fact that we are still figuring it out. Or, conversely, we have reached a level of self-concordant motivation where we no longer need a date on a calendar to tell us we've done well. We know we've grown because we feel it in our daily habits, not in the number of messages in our inbox. But let's be honest, even for the most independent soul, there is often a tiny sting when a specific person forgets. This is the paradox of human evolution. You can be 99% self-sufficient and still have a 1% core that craves connection. The normal day philosophy is a beautiful form of maturity, but maturity without softness can become rigidity. Independence doesn't mean you don't have needs. It just means you've gotten very good at hiding them. If you find yourself feeling a quiet ache on your birthday, it's not a sign that your normal day philosophy has failed. It's a sign that you are human. It is your heart reminding you that while you don't need the noise of a celebration, you still deserve the warmth of being remembered. So, if your birthday feels like just another day, don't feel guilty. You aren't ungrateful, and you aren't losing your spark. You are evolving. You are learning that meaning isn't something that happens to you once a year. It's something you carry quietly every day in the small ways you show up for yourself. The truest celebration isn't about who shows up to your party. It's about how much of you has shown up in your own life this year. Next time the calendar hits that date, take a breath. Whisper to that younger version of yourself, the one who used to wait for the magic, and say, "We made it. We're still here, and that is enough." Because celebration doesn't always need confetti. Sometimes it just needs awareness. If this felt like a mirror to your own life, you might also struggle with the pressure to always be the strong one. In our next video, we're going deeper into the psychology of the hyper-independent and why asking for help feels like a defeat. This is Psychology and Beyond. If you found peace in this quiet reflection, consider subscribing to join our community of deep thinkers. Until next time, keep looking beyond.